It's important as an Theatre for Young Audiences organization, we have a responsibility to reflect the diversity of our audiences, the diversity of our population in British Columbia. And so it's a very exciting time for us. We're embarking on this new adventure of international storytelling. CAROUSEL Theatre for Young People is a company that does theatre for young audiences. So we do professional live theatre for young people all the way from newborns to age 17. We also have a theatre school, and we are the only company in British Columbia that produces a fully professional main stage season of theatre for young people.
I've had a little bit of experience with Yayoi Hirano and her company with a play she did, Shinju, a few years ago. So I was involved in some workshops for that. And when I heard that she was coming to help with this production, I knew that, okay, then I think I can do this, because I knew that I needed someone like her to be helping with, not just because it's Japanese folktales, but because of the element of a little bit of kabuki style movement and things like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The playwright's name is David Furumoto. He's of Japanese descent, but he was born in Hawaii. One of his parents is Japanese, and he's like a theater expert and director who lives in the United States, and he put this play together first. I think the biggest challenge for me, besides learning so much about, you know, not wanting to disrespect any of the Japanese culture, or, you know, wanting to make sure I didn't do anything that was considered inappropriate, was trying to figure out, these tales are huge, in the stories they span are huge, and trying to put that on in a play with 6 actors in a simple way. How do you tell this kind of story and not make it too complicated? Because like kabuki, although, you know, kabuki has some tricks, it is also a very simple form of theater and very beautiful. So that was part of the thing that I have a bunch of DVDs of kabuki that I was watching and going, you know, there's not a lot of lighting effects they use. There's not a lot of, now we used lighting a little more, but tell the story simply, especially the children. Just tell them a story, almost like, I think I took it from the point of view of I'm telling someone young a bedtime story. And that's how I need to start.
I came up with a whole bunch of images out of anime for the animals especially. And the first story that we present is Momotaro, and that has many anime and cartoon connections. So I certainly had no trouble finding information about those stories. But Yayoi, our advisor, Hirano, was able to fill in around the other stories that were a little bit more complex and a little bit darker. The Snow Woman tale, for instance, where an old man and his son are caught in a desperate situation. And, you know, the otherworldliness of that story, it's the darkest of the 4, I think. So she was able to, you know, describe how that might have happened in the kabuki world for us. So that was the trickiest for us, with the costume that disappears and the transformation of characters before your eyes. And she came up with some very simple suggestions for us to be able to do that. The Urashimataro, who, you know, becomes an old man before your very eyes. Performance and a mask. So it was quite simple and quickly done. Yes, she was great at giving us all this information, because it's not so transparent, especially when you don't read it, read the language. But it was a great adventure for us.